Hello everyone, this is James from 3D Printing Reviews again, and welcome back to part 3 of our 3D printed project. Today we're going to be looking at the grip of the Babylon 5 PPG. As I said in the previous part, I had already printed this, but I wasn't happy with how it came out. So in the last episode I told you that I'd re-sliced the model with denser supports. And it's come out a lot better, which we'll see a bit later in the video. But first we're going to have a look, we'll just head over to the Thingiverse page. So the grip is this part, this black part here, which is here, and it actually prints in this orientation. So you've got a big overhang here, and then also of the actual grip at the bottom here. So like I said, I printed this already and it didn't come out very well. So if we just head over to Simplify 3D, you can see here that if I get a top-down view, you can see here that the supports are a lot more dense, and the reason for that is so that it supports the grip more at the bottom. The problem that I had, I might show you on just on the webcam of the old one, you can see there that the layers didn't get enough support. I've actually sanded this a little, so it might look a little bit worse, but there was no support for the layers to rest on, so they drooped, which obviously is not very good. So I increased the density of the support material. So I think this was about 75%. So it's, it's reasonably solid for the support material. But that provided the correct amount of support for that bottom overhang. And actually the next overhang didn't come out too bad on the first print. So that wasn't necessarily where the support was needed. It was at the bottom here. So like I say, I've printed that. So let's just run a quick time lapse, and then we'll come back and have a look at the actual print.
Okay, here we are back with the grips, the previous one that I made and the one that I've just printed or just watched the time lapse of. So if we just quickly look at this one, what I'm just going to do is zoom in a bit and then refocus on the bottom of the grip, and you can see here where the first one, the support material, didn't do its job basically and support the underside of the curve. You can see, I mean, I've sanded this so it's made it a bit more smoother, but this was quite wavy, and you can see here on the sides that it's not really done its job. You also remember that this one had the seam down the back. Now if we look at this one, first of all look at the bottom, you can see it's a lot better supported. There's no waviness at all, so that worked out really well. The only problem with this one is that I tried, rather than lining up the retractions, I set it to optimize, and it's basically put small retractions all over the grip. But what I've decided is to leave it like this and then try and sort of work it into the weathering, because it's gonna, if you're gonna have a weathered grip, it's gonna have little marks in it and scuffs and that. So yeah, so that's the plan for for the grip. It's printed out, other than the where the retractions are, it's printed out lovely. The support material did exactly what I wanted it to do. And if we have a look on the underside of this one, you can see that that's perfect as well. So yeah, so that's the grip printed. Just zoom out slightly. So obviously the next parts to print are basically all the bits left to attach to the body, and then the small medallions to put in here, which I've actually already printed, which I will show you now. Basically because they're such a quick print, there's not going to be much of a time lapse. So here you can see that I've printed the medallions, and I've gone for the Babylon 5 ones. I've printed a few just because I wanted to have time in between layers for it to cool, because they're quite small, as you can see. If I zoom in, we'll see if we can get a better photo, a better shot. There we go. So what I'm going to try and do is actually colour the 5 so it's a bit more visible. Yeah, they haven't come out brilliantly clean. I tried them at 0.1mm layers. This is 0.2, I think. I may try them at 0.3 just because I think, because the 5 in the top is only a couple of layers, it needs to stand out a bit more. But if not, then these are the ones I'll use. So it has one on this side of the grip and one on that side of the grip. So yeah, so that's about all for today's update on the Babylon 5 PPG project. The next video will be an N-File 1 video on the wiring, and basically I've made a lot of progress on that. So that next video will actually probably show us the completed wiring. So yeah, until next time, thanks for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe, and keep on printing.